While diving off the coast of Egypt, underwater archaeologists found the 2,000-year-old remains of a boat that may have been a luxurious pleasure barge for the ancient elite. The team discovered the barge in the ancient harbor of Alexandria, the capital of Egypt during the Ptolemaic period, and a major city. The wreck consists of several well-preserved timbers, about 90 feet long, from a barge that had been about 115 feet long and 22 feet wide. They think it was a Thalamagos, a Greek word, meaning cabin carrier and used to describe the floating palaces of Ptolemaic Egypt. The team discovered the remains of the vessel in October, during underwater excavations of the now sunken ruins of a temple of Isis. The temple once sat on the island of Antirrhodos, which now lies underwater, and was within the Portus Magnus, or Great Harbor, used at Alexandria during the Ptolemaic period. The temple there was destroyed, probably during an earthquake in about AD 50, and the island sank beneath the waves between the 4th and the 8th centuries. Archaeologists think that the pleasure barge would have carried a luxuriously decorated central cabin and been propelled by oars. No remains of such a vessel have ever been found, although they were described by ancient writers and portrayed in Egyptian art. Giant pleasure barges were popular during the Ptolemaic dynasty in Egypt. In the 1st century BC, the Greek geographer Strabo was described ferrying the wealthy between choice spots. In Strabo's time, Alexandria was under direct Roman control, an ancient regime change that began at the Battle of Actium in 31 BC, when naval forces commanded by Roman leader Octavian defeated the navy of Cleopatra VII and her lover, the Roman rebel Mark Antony. Exactly how the newfound vessel ended up on the island of Antirrhodos is unclear. This intriguing shipwreck could have been used along the canals in Alexandria, as Strabo described, but it was found near the underwater ruins of the Temple of Isis on Antirrhodos and may have been caught up in the destruction there. As a result, the researchers suggested a ritual use for this barge. It may have been part of the Navigatio Iside, a naval ceremony held in Roman-era Alexandria when a procession celebrating Isis carried a richly decorated vessel called the Navigium through the streets. The mock-up boat represented the solar bark that the Egyptian gods used to navigate across the heavens. That, in turn, could mean that this vessel was performing a yearly ritual voyage of the goddess from the Portus Magnus of Alexandria to the sanctuary of Osiris at Canopus, alongside the Canopic Channel of the Nile. The research into the wrecked vessel is in its very early stages, but it promises to be a fascinating journey into the lives, religions, luxuries, and pleasures of early Roman Egypt. The vessel is a spectacular find. However, it has not yet been scientifically determined if the vessel is actually a Thalamagos. It is yet early days to determine exactly what the vessel was used for.